In this episode, we are looking at another knife sharpener from my friends over at TSPROF. You guys have seen me check out the Blitz made by TSPROF, but today we're looking at the Kadet Nero, and we're going to look at how it stacks up against the Blitz. So stick around. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Home Built Workshop. My name is Jeff. Welcome to the workshop. I hope you are all doing awesome. Well, about a year ago, my friends over at TSPROF Sharpeners sent over their Blitz knife sharpener for me to try out. This is an excellent sharpener. I've sharpened dozens of knives on it now, and overall it works great. The build quality is amazing. If you guys want to see the video review that I did of this Blitz sharpening system, I'll put a link down below in the description, but we're not here to necessarily talk about the Blitz. We'll come back to this. What we are here to talk about though is another offering from TSPROF. This is the Kadet Nero sharpening system. We're gonna pop this thing open, get it set up, try it out, put it through its paces, and I'll try to compare some of the maybe pros and cons. Maybe there aren't any. I don't know yet. We're gonna check it out right now. Do not eat. I always save these little packs of desiccant. Anytime it comes in some sort of a package, I throw them in tool drawers to help prevent condensation. So there you go, bonus tip. Inside the package we have the base, which like the Blitz is very heavy, helps prevent things from moving around. We got a few bits and pieces, some bolts and things. These are our blade clamps. We have our pivoting mechanism, stone holder, and an assortment of stones. We have a 150, 220, 400, 600, and 1000 grit diamond stones.
To assemble the Nero, it's really simple. You just fold the support arm in place until it clicks. Then you use the thumb screw to attach the pivoting mechanism. Attach the two blade clamps with their thumb screws. We'll install our angle compensator. And finally, we can assemble the stone holder, which is two round rods that are attached with a coupling. I like that this system comes with a rubber O-ring that acts as a bumper, as well as a limit stop to keep the stone holder in place.
Wow, so overall, that whole assembly really only took about a minute. I did refer to the exploded diagram in the manual just a couple times, but overall the assembly is super simple. Another thing right away that I noticed that I really think is going to be nice are these thumb screws which hold the blade clamps in place. On the Blitz you have to use an Allen wrench to get in there, loosen things up, move them around, which is not really a big deal, but thumb screws, I think I like that a lot more. Another thing that I like is this little plastic clip here, which I believe is supposed to hold the guide rod up out of the way, which is kind of cool because on the Blitz it just kind of hangs around, which if you're careful, again, not really a big deal, but being able to pop that in there, hold it out of the way, that's pretty cool too. Now that we have the sharpener all assembled, you might be sitting there thinking, yeah, that's cool and good and all, but how do I use it? Let me show you. The TSPROF sharpeners use these diamond stones that are affixed to these little aluminum rods, and there's a certain thickness there. Now we need to account for that thickness much like we did on the Blitz. There's a little set screw right here, we just loosen that up, and this little brass piece is actually where we adjust for the thickness of your stone. Now, this will work with other stones as long as it has this angled piece. I think even you can buy these aluminum blanks and glue your own stones too. So if you're using something that's much thicker or something that's a little bit thinner, doesn't matter. You just need to compensate for whatever the thickness is of your stone. You do that by pulling this little brass sleeve up and you slide it down until this little lip lands on the top of the abrasive, and then just tighten your thumb screw down. Now you can see there's a little gap in here that is the exact same thickness as the stone. And the reason that we need to do this is because once you set your sharpening angle on this scale down here, any change in your stone is effectively going to change your sharpening angle. Now probably in a lot of cases you might not even notice that, but it is kind of important, I think, to be able to take into account any angle differences. And now we can set whatever sharpening angle we want to sharpen at.
There's a nice angle scale etched into both sides of the support arm. To adjust the angle, you just loosen up the thumb screw and you slide it up and down till the pointers line up with whatever angle you need.
Now this piece does come off if you take the screw all the way out, so you just slide it to wherever you want, lock it down, and we're ready to sharpen.
The width on the blade clamps is adjustable with the thumb screw, so this jig will accommodate many sizes of knives. I'm going to do this a little bit larger size chef's knife. You just slip it into the blade clamps and snug it down with the Allen wrench. Before sharpening, I like to put a little bit of Sharpie marker along the edge of the blade. This is just a visual to kind of help guide you along the sharpening process.
Now we'll grab our abrasive stone. This knife is not all that dull, so I'm not starting with the coarsest one. I'm going to start with the 400 grit, and we'll load that into our abrasive holder. Now I'm going to set my angle. I'm going to set it to 20 degrees. If for some reason you need to sharpen at a very specific angle, or you just want to double check the accuracy of the scale on the side, this machine has provisions to use a regular little digital angle finder that, well, probably most of us woodworkers have. We use them for setting up our table saws. You can take this piece, and there's a little flat on top of the stone holder with this stone gently placed on the blade. You can set it on there, zero it out, and then there's a reference surface machined into the piece right here. You just set it on here and determine your angle. This will measure and tell you the exact angle of the stone in relation to the blade. Once you determine your exact angle, you can see I'm just a hair off of 20 degrees. I could adjust it down here if I needed to, but that's close enough.
Now I'm ready to begin sharpening. I'll pass the stone across the knife until I've removed those black Sharpie lines. If it doesn't seem to be removing the Sharpie lines out at the edge of the blade, you may need to adjust the angle to better match the edge on your knife. When you're ready to sharpen the other side of the blade, you just flip this little quick release lever and rotate the whole assembly around, allowing you access to the other side. Once you've filed both sides, it's super quick to change the stones to the next grit. And once you've gone through all the grits, you just loosen the set screws and remove the blade from the clamp.
That is a nice sharp edge. A couple passes on a leather strop, and this thing will be ready for use.
I probably spent the next hour or so sharpening all kinds of different blades. I sharpened several pocket knives, and then I started looking around the shop trying to see what other things that I might be able to sharpen. Now, unfortunately, a hand plane blade won't fit in here, but I was able to put a very, very nice edge on a marking knife. I was only able to use a single blade clamp, but the clamp holds the blade secure enough that that wasn't an issue.
And this marking knife now is super sharp. And that's about it for the Kadet Nero from TSPROF. How does it stack up against the Blitz? Well, right away, if we compare the two, immediately you can see that the Nero is a much larger machine, and I also really like the black anodized finish. This one looks cool too, but there's something about the black anodizing that I really like. Another thing that I really like is that these blade clamps on the Nero are much larger than those found on this Blitz. Every time I tighten a blade in the Blitz, I almost feel like I'm gonna strip out a screw or something that's just so small. I haven't had that happen or anything, but I just like these. It just feels sturdier to me. As far as the blade angle adjustment goes, they both work equally well, but I think I like the mechanism on the Blitz. It has this little wheel on the side, and you can very easily adjust it. This one, you kind of have to slide it along this rail, which is not an inconvenience or anything. I just like the fact that you have kind of the thumb wheel control as opposed to sliding it and then locking it down. Again, not a negative against the Nero, but if we're comparing the two, I'm going with what I like. Speaking of adjustments, I do like the thickness compensation for the abrasives on the Nero a little bit better. This one's a little bit technical. You've got a wheel on the side here that you have to click a certain number of times, and like I said, I always forget how many increments I need to click it. This one's much simpler. Just loosen it, slip your abrasive in, and tighten it back down. You're good to go. So overall, if I had to choose a winner Insert dramatic drum roll. I'm gonna go with the Nero. Sorry, Blitz. I like you. Nero's here now. And there it is. The winner, as far as I'm concerned. In my own personal opinion, the Kadet Nero from TSPROF is a really, really cool system. I feel like it's a lot easier to use than the Blitz. It's just quicker to set up, quicker to get rolling, and gives you a really awesome edge. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Links down below to check out the Nero on the TSPROF website. Thanks a lot for watching, and special thanks to TSPROF for sending this guy over for me to check out and kind of put head-to-head against the Blitz. I guess it wasn't really a head-to-head, but you guys know what I mean. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Well, there goes that forever.